And you will always earn what you're earning now unless you change what you believe. It's like riding a bike. Trust the process. You'll figure it out later.
Hello, agentpreneurs, and welcome back to today's episode of the Daily List Report. As you saw in the opening, a familiar face for us, Eric Mitchell, Executive Vice President at Gold Star Mortgage, a regular on the show, a great friend, and he's here to talk all about a book that he's written, which all of you absolutely need to read. It is called The Why of Money. Go to the website here, thewhyofmoney.com. We're going to talk a lot about this. It's really a great read, and I'm not going to spoil any of the details, right? We're going to let Eric talk about those, right? But there's something inside all of us, right, that can sell a lot more that we're selling, that can unlock real wealth, right, not just survival. And we're going to talk about that today. Secondly, of course, why don't you give him a follow at Eric Mitchell on Instagram? Go ahead and check him out there. Here's a slide here on Eric. Eric is America's most connected mortgage professional, which is pretty amazing. Many years in a row. 21-year plus industry veteran, and of course the author of The Why of Money. While you're here, please subscribe to our channel. Click that little bell so you're notified of all future episodes. And also, new graphic, follow us on Instagram as well at Randy Shiozaki. What I'm starting to do is post clips and sort of best of, right, from some of these shows on Instagram. So go ahead and check that out there as well. Without further ado, let's bring Eric on. Eric, welcome back to the show.
Okay, ready.
If you can believe it, Eric, this is actually our 7th episode together. That's what a regular, it's been a little while, but I'm looking at the list. This is your 7th appearance on the show. That must mean I like you.
Wow, I appreciate it. I like you as well. I love you guys at ListReports. You guys do a great job, and love the message you're putting in the marketplace. And love supporting all of the collaboration.
So, Eric, we're here to talk about, your book, and we're here to talk about the content of your book, which is a really powerful message. So, what I want you to do is to just kind of introduce this. Why did you write this book? Who is this book for? Who should be reading this?
So where this came from for the book is I noticed 5 patterns that popped into my head, and it was the same 5 patterns. And so I've always sought out the best of the best in every industry I've ever been in. I recognize that I'm probably not going to be the smartest guy in the room. Hopefully, if I'm in the right room, but I'm going to be the hardest working. I'm going to outwork everybody in the room. That's my goal. And I'm going to implement better. Every path I've ever gone down, who's done it the best, who's made the most success by doing it that way, go to that person, ask them how they did it, and just do what they did. So I've always taken on that principle. And so I've been able to surround myself with incredibly brilliant people. And so here was the criteria. Here's what I was trying to figure out. You sell for a living. Real estate, mortgages, financial planning, cars, photocopiers, it doesn't matter. You sell for a living, you make more than $1 million a year. You're self-made. Why? I want to know why. Why? Because nobody needs $1 million a year. You look at most salespeople, they don't make over $1 million a year, right? 99% of salespeople make less than $1 million a year. 1%, right, make more than $1 million a year. And so what I witnessed is that 99% of salespeople sell enough every month pay their bills, and then they stop selling, right? I need $10,000 a month, so I sell, so I get $10,000 a month.
That's right.
Maybe $11,000 a month, maybe even $12,000 a month, right? Yeah. Whatever that is, but then I sell. I go to the beach, I have barbecues, I go on vacations, I watch TV at night, I spend the weekends with my kids, I stop selling. 1% don't stop. They keep going. They sell way more than they need. They don't need $5 million a year, right? But they keep going. They don't stop. So what separates them? And so I would go to this 1%, right? As many as I could get in front of, and I would say, what drives you? Like, what causes you to not stop? And they would all give me the typical, politically correct answers. Well, it's about my family, and it's about giving back to the community, and it's about, going above and beyond. Like, you get all those stock answers.
Yeah.
Right? And say, no, that's great, but why really do you do it? No, I don't want the politically correct answers. I want the driver. I want the thing that makes you lose sleep at night. I want the thing that causes you to have dreams or nightmares. I want the thing that you don't talk about, right? Because you're doing something that nobody else is, or very few other people are doing. It's got to be a bigger reason than that. And here's the first conclusion I came to. Every single person I asked that question, and every single person never gave me the answer about money. It was never. Randy, I'm telling you, not one single time.
Really?
Was it never one time. Not a single time was it about the money. And every single person gave me an answer. And it was the same 5 answers. There's 5 answers. They fit into 5 categories. Every single answer they gave me fit into 5 different categories. I say, this is not an anomaly, right? The mathematics on this are just too specific.
Yeah.
And so I started writing it down. I started typing. I was like, okay. And for me, it wasn't about writing a book. I just wanted to emulate the mindset. Because one of the things is, what do you do? The other question I had to ask is, what do you believe? What do you believe? Because if I'm going to change my behavior, I need to change my belief system. Right? I have to believe something's possible. You cannot change your behavior. You cannot change your activities. You don't first change what you believe. So I needed to understand what they believe. What do you believe? If you're selling for a living and none of these 5 land, none of these 5 resonate with you, that's what's causing you to not achieve what you're trying to achieve. So number 1 is lifestyle enhancements. So lifestyle enhancement means not what it sounds like. So it doesn't mean that they're after nice cars and nice houses. They are, but that's not the driver. The driver is they came from a bad place and they never want to go back. That's the driver. And so they're just going to outwork you. Right? If you've ever seen an immigrant family and they have a family business, restaurant, a convenience store, something, and they just live there.
Yeah.
They're just always there, right? And they just rotate shifts because they don't care. They're just never going to go back.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to work you. Like, I came from a traumatic place that I'm never going to return to. Mm-hmm. Therefore, my work ethic is this.
It's powerful.
Oh my God, I've seen it just be a massive driver for some people. And so they slingshot way past what they need. Right? They don't need $5 million a year.
Right.
Nobody needs $5 million a year.
No, agreed.
Right? And so if you're earning $5 million a year, something's driving the activities. It's not the money.
Yeah.
Right? You have more than enough. Number 2 is emotional gratification. Your grade 1 teacher told you were stupid and you want to prove her wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad told you you'd never amount.
Yep. You'll never make
you want to prove them wrong. Right? You're looking for, I want to achieve X because I need an emotional gratification moment of blank you for the person who told me I couldn't. And I've seen it drive.
Yeah.
Unbelievable activities. The emotional gratification need. That's number 2. Number 3 is caring for your parents. So I watch people that the parents just aren't ready for retirement. They're sick. They don't have enough money. There's no way they're going to retire. And we're looking at saying, my parents are going to move in with me, or they've already moved in with me, one of the two. And I got to earn an extra $20,000 a month just to do with the hospital, medical care and facilities. I could build an ADU unit in my backyard, and I need to whatever it is. I have to earn way more money because I got to care for my parents. And so they ratchet it up. And I like to say, well, you always had the ability to do that. Why now? Why I got to care for my parents now?
Yeah.
So that's the driver. Number 4 is opportunities for your children. Got to be in the right school district. I need to buy a certain house. I need to build a business for them to learn how to take over. I need to be able to start a business for them. Like there's extreme stories where you'll have a husband, wife, and a child, and the child's in, let's say, gymnastics. The gymnastics coach pulls them aside and says, look, your kid can go to the Olympics. Like, your kid's a phenom. And all of a sudden, they decide that the mom is going to move to Denver, where the Olympic team practices.
Right.
Right. The mom and the kid are going to move to Denver. The dad's going to stay there and work 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, because he's got to send them a check for $10,000 a month to deal with being in Denver.
Yeah.
The dad doesn't even question it. Of course I'm going to do that. Our child has a chance to do that. Of course I'm going to work 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, and make millions of dollars. This wasn't the money.
Yeah.
It was the opportunity for his child. And then number 5 is legacy. They want to build a hospital. They want to build an orphanage. They want to build a school. They want to build, a battered women's shelter. They want to put some sort of permanency. Right? My life mattered. I'm leaving a fingerprint on planet Earth when I go.
Absolutely.
And so they're looking for that long-term, I mattered to the world. And so it was never about the money, man. Never one time. Never a single time. And you will always earn what you're earning now unless you change what you believe. It's like riding a bike. trust the process. You'll figure it out later. But change the belief system so you can change the behavior.
Eric, I'm curious for you. So, if you're willing to share, what are they for you? Which one or ones are your why?
So the first driver for me was emotional gratification.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, I think I was about 8 years old. My brother was about 6 years old. It's just the two of us. They sat us down for a life talk. And it was the first of many, it was the first one, where he let us know that his level of notoriety and his income level was never going to be achieved by either one of us because we would never be good enough or smart enough to do what he did. Right? It's like, you're our dad. Like, aren't you supposed to be like cheering us on and like
Right, exactly.
helping us become better? Yeah. And my brother and I think is he really telling us this? And so it was the first he told us that my whole childhood, like that's what I remember him. His message was very clear: you'll never be as good as me, ever. And so, man, 30 years, it drove me, right? 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. And there were two criteria: notoriety and income. I beat his income level gauged against inflation in 2005. In 2005, I got one.
Yeah.
But it was never about the money. It didn't care about the money. I needed the moment. And so if as an entrepreneur, if you can change your belief system, if you can latch onto at least one, you can have more than one. Can you change what you believe, right? Can you believe that you're worthy of the money? Can you believe that you have the ability? Can you believe that it can be done? Can you believe that your marketplace is irrelevant? Can you believe that, you take anybody who's making $1 million a year or more, you take them out of their market, put them in your market, they do the same activities, they get the same results. Has nothing to do with your market. It's nothing to do with your family. It has nothing to do with your kids. It has nothing to do with your spouse. It has nothing to do with any of it. It's only about your belief system.
One of the things that you always do really nicely, whether it's related to the opening of this conversation or not, is you're a straight shooter, you tell it like it is, you're authentic, and you make it sound easy. And I mean that in a good way, which is, look, it's one of these 5 things, right? Figure out which one is you, figure out your why, and you're going to be able to increase your income and so on and so forth.
There's a great quote about, there's a famous director, and I'm on a blank on his name, but he said, the quote was something along the lines of, to be able to speak about a subject in front of a room of people can give you the consoling illusion that you've mastered the subject. Right. And I'm grateful that it sounds easy, right? But I'm going to say the hardest thing that exists for any of us is change.
That's right.
Right. When you look at small children, ask any parent of a small child, when a child is 3 years old, what's important? It's about routine. It's about systems, right? All of it. You take a child out of their routine, take a child out of their systems. It's anarchy, chaos, pandemonium. And so think about how you get up in the morning. How do you roll out of bed the same way? Do you shower the same way? Have you ever gotten out of the shower and you think, did I wash everything?
Oh, all the time. Pretty much every day. I wash my hair 4 times because I don't know if I did it. No joke.
Okay, and you drive home from somewhere and you pull in the driveway and you don't remember exiting the freeway.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because we're in a trance most of the time. All of us, me included. Right? And so because we're in a trance, it feels what we know. It feels comfortable, right? We like feeling comfortable. We like what we know, and so we stick with it. But the problem is that it may or may not be getting you the results you want. The point of this is you've got to own your result, and don't defend the result. Whatever the result is, it is, right? Now, how do you change the result? The only way to change your result is to change your behavior. The only way to change your behavior is to change what you believe.
Eric, this is a great intro to the book. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. Again, it's available on right over here, thewhyofmoney.com. Check it out. It's available on Amazon. I appreciate you coming back here and sharing the details of this book. We teased this months ago, but the book is finally here, and everybody can buy it. The link is below. So thanks for doing this, Eric.
Yeah, just one last thing about the book. So the first chapter is the 5 reasons. All the rest of the book is how. Here's how you do it.
Well, excellent, Eric. Thanks for being here today. Everybody watching right now, definitely go get this book. It's a fantastic book, and these are really important things. So, Eric, thanks for sharing.
Thanks, Randy.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
All right. Well, there you have it. The Why of Money, Eric Mitchell. The links are below. Again, you can pick it up on Amazon. I love these 5 buckets, right? Like lifestyle enhancement, emotional gratification, caring for parents, opportunities for your children, your legacy, right? Your why is probably going to fit into one of these. And if it doesn't, and you make more than $1 million in that a year, then you're going to reach out to Eric right away and you're going to say, I found a 6th bucket, and you're going to have to write another book. So that's what you're going to do. That's your challenge today. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Until tomorrow, be safe, be healthy, be happy. Go get this book.